Hi everyone, I'm one of the Northport-East Northport District Librarians, and I'm here to tell you that April is a very special month in the library. It's School Library Month. Next week is National Library Week. Saturday, April 4th is School Librarians Day, and the whole month is National Poetry Month. So your district librarians got together and created this poetry read for you. So sit back and enjoy, and if you're so inclined, afterwards or anytime this month, send us your own poem that you can either have written yourself or you found somewhere, and you can share it by yourself or with any member of your family, and maybe we'll make our own another poetry reading and include yours. For my poem today, I chose a poem by Julia Donaldson. Julia Donaldson not only writes poetry, but she writes children's books that you might know, like Room on a Broom, The Snail and the Whale, or Gruffalo. So here is I Opened a Book by Julia Donaldson. I opened a book, and in I strode. Now nobody can find me. I left my chair, my house, my road, my world, my town, and my world behind me. I'm wearing the cloak. I slipped on the ring. I swallowed a magic potion. I fought a dragon. I dined with the king. I dived into a bottomless ocean. I opened a book and made some friends. I shared their tears and laughter. I followed their road with its bumps and its bends to happily ever after. I finished my book, and out I came. The cloak can no longer hide me. My chair and my house are just the same, but I have a book inside me.
Oh, hello. Welcome to School Librarian Day and Poetry Month. I'd like to take a few moments of your time to read you this classic poem. It is called Frankenstein Makes a Sandwich by Adam Rex. When Frankenstein prepared to dine on ham and cheese on wheat, he found instead he had no bread or mustard, cheese, or meat. What could he do? He thought it through until his brain was sore. He thought he ought to see what he could borrow from next door. His neighbors gawked as Frankie walked the paths up to their porches. Each time he tried, the folks inside just chased him off with torches. "A monster! Eek!" the people shrieked. "Oh, make him go away!" The angry hordes unsheathed their swords, pulled pitchforks out of hay. They threw tomatoes, pigs, potatoes, loaves of moldy bread, and soon a thought struck Frankenstein as pickles struck his head. It's true, at first he thought the worst, his neighbors were so rude. But then he found that on the ground they'd made a mound of food. He piled it high and waved goodbye and shouted, "Thanks a bunch!" Then stacked it on a plate and ate a big, disgusting lunch.
Hi, I'm Miss Fitzsimmons, and I'm the librarian at Norwood Avenue. I'm going to share with you a poem today by Shel Silverstein called How Many, How Much. How many slams in an old screen door? Depends how loud you shut it. How many slices in a bread? Depends how thin you cut it. How much good inside a day? Depends how good you live 'em. How much love inside a friend? Depends how much you give 'em.
The Daffodils by William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, that stretched in never-ending line, along the margin of a bay. 10,000 I saw at a glance, tossing their heads in a sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced. They outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in a pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fill and dances with the daffodils.
Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Huffman. The poem I'm going to read for you today is called Fish by Scott Huffman. My fish goes glub, my fish goes plop, my fish stares through the glass. My fish stares and stares and stares and stares. I don't think my fish blinks. Do fish blink? I don't believe fish blink. If they did blink, mine wouldn't. My fish is special. He's funny. He has his own rock, his own hut, his own plastic piece of seaweed. I love my fish. Wait, I don't have a fish.
Hi boys and girls, my name is Mrs. Aiken and I'm the librarian from Pulaski Road Elementary School. Today I'm going to recite a poem for you for Poetry Month. This is a favorite poem of mine by Jack Perletsky. It's called Be Glad Your Nose is on Your Face. I don't have the book, but I'm going to read it from the computer and try to memorize some of it. So it goes like this. Be glad your nose is on your face, not pasted on some other place. For if it or where it is not, you might dislike your nose a lot. Imagine if your precious nose were sandwiched in between your toes. That clearly would not be a treat, for you'd be forced to smell your feet. Your nose would be a source of dread, were it attached upon your head. It soon would drive you to despair, forever tickled by your hair. Within your ear, your nose would be an absolute catastrophe, for when you were obliged to sneeze, your brain would rattle from the breeze. Your nose instead, through thick and thin, remains between your eyes and chin, not pasted on some other place. Be glad your nose is on your face.
Perhaps the World Ends Here by Joy Harjo, 2019 Poet Laureate. The world begins at a kitchen table. No matter what, we must eat to live. The gifts of earth are brought and prepared, set on the table. So it has been since creation, and it will go on. We chase chickens or dogs away from it. Babies' teeth at the corners. They scrape their knees under it. It is here that children are given instructions on what it means to be human. We make men at it. We make women. At this table we gossip, recall enemies and the ghosts of lovers. Our dreams drink coffee with us as they put their arms around our children. They laugh with us at our poor falling down selves, and as we put ourselves back together once again at the table. This table has been a house in the rain, an umbrella in the sun. Wars have begun and ended at this table. It is a place to hide in the shadow of terror, a place to celebrate the terrible victory. We have given birth on this table and have prepared our parents for burial here. At this table, we sing with joy, with sorrow. We pray our suffering and remorse. We give thanks. Perhaps the world will end at the kitchen table while we are laughing and crying, eating of the last sweet bite.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Britton, the librarian from Belrose, reading you The Wonderful Habits of Rabbits by Douglas Florian. The habits of rabbits are many, not few, with plenty of things that they love to do. The waking up early to see the sunrise, the yawning at dawn while rubbing your eyes. There's leaping and creeping and digging up holes. There's frightening frogs and discovering moles. In spring there is some smelling the fragrance of flowers. In summer there's swimming and hazing for hours. There's playing with leaves when the autumn wind blows. In winter there's building a rabbit of snow. Of course there is hearing with great giant ears and finding lost things that were buried for years. There's hatching a ride on the back of your pop. One thing is for sure, he has the best hop. There's racing your cousin and sister and brother. And when you get home, there's hugging your mother. There's chewing a carrot and biting a beet. And when there is music, there's thumping your feet. But as the sun sets, then there's going to bed, stretching your arms and scratching your head. One habit of rabbits that's not to be missed is saying goodnight with a hug and a kiss. Good night.
Hello everybody, this is Mrs. Albanese from East Northport Middle School Library. Today I'm going to read to you an excerpt from the book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Dr. Seuss is one of my very favorite authors. I read his books when I was growing up. I read them to my children, and soon I'll be reading them to my grandbaby Tyler. So, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off in your way. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction that you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you're the guy, gal, who decide where to go. The places you'll go, you'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll be joining the high flyers, so soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang, and you will soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all of the rest. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's just a great balancing act. And never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 100% guaranteed. So kid, you'll move mountains. So be your name Aitken, Albanese, Becker, Britton, Cavalier, Cummings, Fitzsimmons, Huffman, or Jenkins. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so go get on your way. I miss you all, and I hope to see you soon. Keep reading.